What's up guys, macadii here, and today guys, a brand new live where what we're doing is having a go with the Mega Alakazam team. Now I've had a go with it, I've been having some fun with it, and it is a really fun team to use. Gothitelle and Mega Alakazam just work so well together, and it's been a lot of fun to use so far. So we're going to have a go and see if it works as well in practice. It has been working well in practice, but knowing my luck with recording lives, it doesn't always end up that way. So what I'm saying here is a team that makes Gothitelle very happy. So I'm very happy here. I think actually to lead off with Azumarril, because he's great bait for the Goth. He's great bait for the Skarmory. He does go to Skarmory, that's great. This is where Gothitelle is going to come into its own. He does end up doubling out into Venusaur, that's even better. That's even better. So I just fire off a Psychic, boom, that thing's dead. Oh, that's great. As long as he doesn't crit me or do anything stupid like that, I should be able to take him out. And then that leaves me enough chance to then trick the Chansey with the specs. So this is how I really like Gothitelle. It's he does go for the leech, that's fine. I don't take you out. That's surprising. That's very surprising. We can go for another Psychic here. I'm pretty confident. That looks to be potentially Spadef. He's going to go for Synthesis. That's an interesting play. We are going to be able to take him out, so that's absolutely fantastic. Gothitelle is going to be putting in some work this time. I know that for sure. So he does go out into the Heatran, and I think our switch here is the Gouge. I'm having to make the assumption that I don't think he's going to have Earth Power on this guy. So that's absolutely fine. What we're going to do, though, is just fire off a Focus Blast, see what he decides to go into. He does go out into the Skarm. That's not going to do much at all, which is a real shame. We're going to have another go at trapping. See if we can trap him. Because if we can take out Skarm as well, we're in business. I think the way he's just played it, yes. Okay, we got him. Okay, so Gothitelle, T-Bolt, boom. Oh, he's making some surprisingly... He's not making some kills that I'm expecting him to do, which is disappointing, but it's still doing well. We've taken out his defensive core. It's literally just that Chansey left. So Bella, you are definitely... What on earth is he doing? I guess he can do that. I forgot that I don't have I can't use Trick just yet. So he's probably going to go for a T-Wave. He does end up forfeiting. Okay, that's great. So this is an example of how, I know he was able to hazard stack, but still, Gothitelle working like that just works so well because he can just switch into things, takes out Scar, Mega Venusaur, Chanseys, and things like that, all of which things that cause my team problems. So he works really well, and also things that give Mega Alakazam a huge headache. Okay, this is a very weird team. I'm not really sure what to expect with this guy. Let's see. So, I think possibly our lead here is, in fact, the Landorus. Just in case he decides to lead off with he does decide to lead off with Slowbro. Okay, well, I'm just going to fire off a U-turn. And this is another thing for Goth to trap, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh my goodness, Goth. You're just showing off how scary you are in this tier. He does. We do take that hit absolutely fine. We can go for a T-Bolt, take him out, and that's his physical wall out of the way, and that's really nice. We can do exactly the same with this guy. We can do exactly the same with the Spinder. He does go into the Medicham though. Let's see. So I imagine he's going to go for the Fake Out here. He's not going to go for High Jump Kick, and this is where we start wearing him down with Ferrothorn. That's really nice damage. Okay. Question is what we do now. So let's see, how useful is Ferrothorn? It handles the Azumarril. It also handles Arbok to an extent. So I do want to kind of keep it around. What isn't useful? Bella, you're still useful. Azumarril, I guess to an extent. It's not the most useful thing in the world. And I imagine a HD case coming my way. I might be able to take two of those. Even if I just get some damage off. He does go into Superior. Okay. Well, I've got a really good Pokemon that handles Superior. Even if he gets to +2, I can take a +2 Dragon Pulse if I've calced it correctly. So that's absolutely fine. Does go for that Leaf Storm. And the special attack boost is scary, but I should be able to OHKO with Sludge Wave, I imagine. Let's see what he decides to do. He may be that one variant that doesn't have Dragon Pulse as well. Goes into Golder. Oh my goodness, the power. That's absolutely insane. Right. What we're going to do here is, I'm not staying in, because I need this guy to be able to take a hit. So what we can do is actually go into Landorus fairly safely, because an EQ is probably coming our way. And that's going to be really, really good. All of his mons are grounded as well, so that's really, really nice. He does go for Glare. He's no fun. And we're just going to go for... I think we just go for U-turn here. He'd be mad to stay in. But knowing some of my opponents, they're probably going to stay in. Doze goes into Surf. That's great. Okay, fantastic. Because we can now calc, because we might be able to take this guy out. And the question is, do we want to take this out, or do we want to take Azu out? Or we just go into Houdini now. Let me just check Superior. All-out attacker versus Mega Alakazam. Psychic 65 to 77. That's absolutely great. So we do kill, we do outspeed. Nothing switches into a Psychic outside of maybe... Oh, no, not even that. So we just go into Houdini here. We did get the U-turn off. We're not just switching in. Okay, that's great. And now we just Mega up. And we fire off a nice and powerful Psychic. Because that should kill. Nothing can switch into that. If he does decide to go into Azu, we've got the appropriate switches. This is the thing, like, Alakazam is obviously incredibly weak to Azumarril because of, because of Aqua Jet and stuff like that. But with Ferrothorn, it pairs so well because you're able to switch into Fake Outs, Ice Shards to an extent, Aqua Jets, and all those sorts of things. Like, now, he's got to go for Fake Out. So I go into Ferrothorn. Hopefully he doesn't predict it. He doesn't, that's it. And now I've done a huge amount of extra damage onto him. And now he's in KO range for my Houdini. Like, it's a really, really nice thing to have. Okay. We still... Let's see, what don't we need? Pillows. Your usefulness is starting to wear out. And I think you're probably the one to go. He does keep switching out on me, which is really, really surprising. But now I just fire off an EQ. He goes for Coil. I mean, you've got the... No, you don't have the potential to be scary. You're dead. Oh, that's brilliant. I had the Goth in the back as well. My luck. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused about that. He does go for that Fake Out. That's a little bit weird. I've never... I mean, he's going to be contrary superpower. But I've got ways to handle that, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I think what we do here is we fire off a U-turn. He does go for that superpower. Doing absolutely nothing. We've got to watch out because we're going to give him a attack boost if we're not too careful. I think we just go into this and we just fire off a massive, massive hit. We should be able to take a return, and a Sludge Wave is going to kill. Almost definitely. This is a really weird set. Let's go for another Sludge Wave, see how much we can do. Drain Punch, you're gonna do absolutely nothing. And we just okay, that's fantastic. That makes me really, really happy. Goes out into Mega Medicham. I'm not gonna be cheeky this time and go into that. Let's see. This gives us a hard counter to his Azumarril. I think Azu, you're the switch in here. You're gonna have to take a Zen Headbutt, which isn't nice, but we can just Aqua Jet. He does go for that Bullet Punch. We live, which is fantastic. And what we can do now... Yeah, we go into Thorny guy. It sounds a little bit weird, but we need to bait him to go for that Bullet Punch. We got him. We got him. Okay, that's great. Oh, I'm so happy this team's working out, and actually, like, I'm able to show you guys how it actually works. So he does it. He's out into Azumarril here. We just go for the Power Whip. He does go for that Belly Drum. That's a little bit spooky, I'm not going to lie. We do connect the Power Whip and we kill. That's great. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're doing good for time. So we're going to go for another one. See what we find. Okay. A little bit more of a standard team. Let's see. So I'm anticipating most likely the Garchomp leading. So I think Azumarril might be the way to go. He leads off Lopunny. Let's see, so he's going to have to go for Fake Out, otherwise we can Quick Attack, so we can go into Ferrothorn. Yay, there you go. Right, we're getting some residual damage off on him already, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think from here, we need to start scouting. So if he's got Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, possibly Ice Punch. But we're going to have to play around that and just see. He does go for the return. Okay, that's an interesting play. So he's either going to switch here, or he's going to go for that Ice Punch. And we need to find out what set he is. We need to know what his final coverage move is. So we're going to go into Azu here, because he's not going to stand, and he does have that Ice Punch. We got him. Okay, right. I'm going to go for an Aqua Jet. Do a good amount of damage to him if he decides to stay in. That's really nice. Not the most amount of damage in the world, but I was expecting him to do a lot more, actually. Right. Well, what I can do here is I can just go for Play Rough. He does switch. There you go. That's great. That's fantastic. Rough Skin's going to do a bit, but that's absolutely fine. We stopped him getting rocks up. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Right. In terms of Goth, I don't see him being massively useful for this match, I must admit. We still don't know what set this Raikou is. I'm not seeing Big Blue being massively useful outside of Heatran, but we've got loads of ways to Heatran. So I'm just going to Aqua Jet here. Get a crit. I'm not complaining about that. HP Ice. I predicted the switch. That's fantastic. We're able to get some more damage off on this guy, which is really, really nice. He does end up switching out into Rotom. He's not going to be playing around this guy, I think. And I think what we do here is we've got Dragouge, which are pretty much our dedicated switch into Rotom. And I think that's the way to go. He could go for the Volt Switch here. But then his only switch is out into Superior, and I know I can handle it. He does go for the Volt Switch. We can take that absolutely fine and see what he decides to go for here. Because if he decides to go into his Lopunny, we can go back out into Ferrothorn. And, oh my god, the synergy makes me so happy. Okay, so he's going to have to make a big play here. We're going to go into Ferro, as he's going to go for a Fake Out or Return. He does go for that high jump kick. That's fair enough. It's a risk you've got to take, but I think it's worth it in the long run. And basically, he's got to let himself go down here if he wants to stay. He does decide to stay around, but we get the spikes up, so he's gone. He's absolutely gone. That's great. We're going to go for Leech Seed here, predicting potentially the rocks. If he decides to go for the Heat Wave, or not, sorry, if he decides to go for Lava Plume, that's fine. I've got to switch into this, so it's not a problem at all. And we'll just see what he decides to do. But no, getting those one layer of spikes up is going to be clutch. He does go for that Leech Seed. We're going to be able to take a hit from this guy, I think. With the amount of HP we're at. So we can go for a Power Whip here. See what he decides to do. He does decide to switch out here. Goes back out into the Heatran. I don't see much use of Ferrothorn anymore, considering that can kill me. That can probably kill me at the range I'm at. We're going to go for another set of Leech Seed. Get some HP back, which is really, really nice. And decide what to do from there. Because we could go into Bella after this. Get some good damage off on the Heatran. I know we're not going to be able to do a huge amount, but it's still going to be really, really crucial. We can set him a layer of spikes. See what he decides to do. He does go for that Lava Plume. That's absolutely fine. I've not got a problem with that. Let's just calc. Heatran. OU Special Defensive versus Gothitelle. I don't want to trick him that specs because he could be. No, we're not the horrible set. We're the slightly nicer, but still. Okay, so we're not doing much at all. 5-hit KO, whereas he's going to be doing a decent chunk. How much do we do to Rotom? Not Totem, Rotom. Rotom Wash. Physically defensive. Okay, so we're doing a good amount. So I think I've got our plan. We go into our pillows here. And we could just go for the U-turn. Come on, you're going to switch into Rotom. Okay, that's fantastic. Now we can take out the Rotom. Getting that crit's going to be nice as well. We go into Goth. And no mercy. Psychic is actually our best play. And we have a chance to kill, which is also really, really nice. He is going to he does outspeed, but something's got to take a Psychic. I mean, the Heatran can take a Psychic. He does sack off the Lopunny. Okay, I was hoping I would end up outspeeding, but I imagine actually... no, not with that speed. Yeah. No, it's a shame, but I'm pretty sure we might be Let's see. I don't think there's any harm in risking this. No, he does end up taking us out. It's a shame, but it's not the worst thing in the world. He's probably going to be an AV variant. Dragouge, you're dedicated to switch into this guy. And I see no harm in going for... Let's see. We could go for Toxic Spikes. Or we could go for a nice Sludge Wave. Let's go for Sludge Wave. He looks to be Specs. Okay, so he's a Specs variant. We got rid of the Raikou. That means our Landorus has a much better time, which is really, really nice. And I'm interested to see what he's going to go into. So we can take a Dragon Pulse from Serp without too much trouble and hit back really, really hard on that. He does go out into that Heatran. Let's see. No, because we'd have to bring in the Serp. I think I'll go for Focus Blast here. He does go for the Lava Plume. We can take that. No, we don't want you to... We can't afford you to miss. Come on. Come on, Dragouge. You can hit a Focus Blast. You can do it. We believe in you. Please don't burn me. Okay, good. Okay, that does a good amount of damage. Get the Spadef drop. That's huge. That's really, really huge. We just keep clicking Focus Blast now. See what he decides to do. Our luck's not in it today. I guess the drop, it does make a difference, but still. There you go. Now the Heatran's out the way. That's fantastic. And it's starting to pave way for our Mega Alakazam to sweep. Because Rotom Wash, if you're physically defensive versus Alakazam, Mega Alakazam, Psychic does 56 to 67. He's going to go into Superior. Now, he cannot Leaf Storm. He has to Dragon Pulse. Okay. That's fantastic. What we can do now is go into our Pillows, because I'm pretty sure Lando, you're going to have enough bulk, aren't you? No. You're not going to have enough bulk. How much do I need to do? Alakazam. Mega Alakazam. Psychic does 53 to 63. He is Life Orb. So we have to go into Big Blue here. And we have to fire off an Aqua Jet. It's our only play. And that's going to weaken him to a point where... Oh, Rotom's a... He goes to Dragon Pulse. That's interesting. Don't know what he's trying to do, but he's now in a range. He's now in a range after either 53. So he's going to go down to it, definitely. So we go for Play Rough here. Don't you dare miss me. Okay, good. And now we go for a nice little knockoff. In case he decides to switch. He doesn't decide to switch, that's great. Okay, we're now in a very, very strong position. I think. Because we go into Mega Alakazam here. And we're going to Mega Evolve. And we're going to go and fire off a nice and powerful Psychic. Take out the Superior. And potentially take out Rotom as well. Because I don't think Rotom can kill us. Rotom Wash. No, you definitely can't kill us. So it goes down to Rotom. We're going to go for a Psychic here. And goes for Pain Split. Oh no, that's fine. We can take it. That's absolutely fine. And finally we go for the Psychic. Oh, so that's really, really good. So we did some really, really good matches with this, guys. I really, really enjoy the team. I like being able to play around with that Ferrothorn and switch it in on Lopunny's fake outs and stuff like that. They do eventually catch on to it, but still, it's really, really good fun. But I think we're going to wrap up the live from here, unfortunately. I think, yeah, I'm starting to get pretty tired, I must admit. But anyway, I've had a blast with this team. I've been spending a lot of time trying to do a bit of laddering up, having a bit of fun with it. And I hope you guys give it a chance. You know, let me know any changes you suggest for it. But so far, I'm really, really enjoying it. So I hope you guys had enjoyed the live. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.